You know what they say? Whatever you said cannot be unsaid. It was other days that I listened when I was listening to Professor Lumumba, Pierre Lumumba, when he was talking about against, how Raila lost that AUC chairperson position. That he quoted this saying that whatever you said cannot be unsaid. Now, why am I saying this related to DRC conflict situation? We have seen that for the past 2 years, ever since Tshisekedi came to power in DRC as a president, he has been, leading this campaign for the UN peacekeeping mission to leave DRC. I mean, nothing wrong with that. But now you come and say, or you beg for the United States and Europe, the same countries that are financing mostly the UN, and actually a larger percent has to do with the US, and telling them that, okay, you know what, you can intervene in my country to in DRC conflict, and then in exchange I will give you my minerals. What's wrong with that? Now, what's wrong? I mean, one can say, one may ask that, okay, I mean, this is a transaction between two countries, so it's better perhaps for the economy of DRC. No, that's not the case. The thing is that as a Pan-African, what we are advocating is that for DRC or any other African country who have minerals or those resources, to have a processing manufacturing company in their own country, so that these raw materials or minerals will not leave those countries. So Tshisekedi is now playing a double standard. He has been saying that for the UN peacekeeping mission to leave the country, and then now begging for the US and Europe to intervene in this conflict. Now we have a receipt for that. This is the government spokesperson of DRC. I'm going to read her tweet. Look, it says, Tina Salama is her name, setting the record straight. So this is quote, okay? Setting the record straight. President Tshisekedi invites the United States of America, whose companies source strategic raw materials from Rwanda, materials that are looted from the DRC and smuggled to Rwanda, while our populations are massacred, to purchase them directly from us, the rightful owners. Now, she is replying to this email, actually to this tweet, or how do you say, yeah, to this tweet on X. Derek Evans, who wrote, breaking, President of Congo just offered the US state Congo's minerals in an attempt to entice President Trump to put an end to the war, backed by Rwanda. So this is a man from the New York Times who is claiming that DRC's Tshisekedi is offering his minerals, or the countries, it's not his minerals, I mean, per se, it's Democratic Republic of Congo, to the population, to the people of DRC. So he's offering those minerals of DRC in exchange for the US or Donald Trump to intervene this conflict. So the New York Times has tweeted that, and then she was replying or reacting to that. So this confirms that definitely the DRC offering its minerals to to the US and Europe to intervene, and then in exchange he will give them, or he will sell them to those minerals. Now the thing is that you can take 2 points. First of all, it confirms the point that, I mean, Rwanda has been smuggling and looting the resources from this minerals from DRC, and then selling it to the West as if this is Rwanda's mineral. That's what it's confirming. Number two, DRC, although it is saying we are okay, the rightful owners of these minerals, but we don't know what is your agreement behind the scene, and in what price are you selling this? How are the people of DRC benefiting from this, particularly those who are, those who are affected, all the child abuse, the child labor, and all those things? How are you going to rectify this? Do you think that the West will just agree to buy this with whatever price you are, presenting? Are you really an equal partner in this transaction? Why would the West, meaning the US or Europe, would prefer to buy from you if Rwanda is presenting or offering the same mineral for a lesser price as it is looted? Or are you agreeing for the same lowest price that's not benefiting neither to your economy nor to your people, and then just selling it like that for the sake of for them to intervene? This is more about, helping Tshisekedi to stay in power instead of addressing the right thing. I mean, let me just shed light in what's happening around this DRC thing. First of all, when the 38th summit of the African Union, when it was going on in mid of February, actually last week in Addis Ababa, there was a separate on a sideline. The leaders have held the summit for the peace in DRC. Guess what? Felix Tshisekedi was not part of it. He actually snapped it and he went to the Munich summit in Europe to talk about the conflict that's happening in his country, in which the country is a member country of African Union, but going to Munich in Germany, in Europe, to talk about peace. This is how you disrespected Africa. As we speak also now, there is the Eastern African community involved with the SADC. The two regional blocs are talking about, they are talking and engaging how they are going to bring peace in DRC. And as today, actually, it came out that there was a the former prime minister of Ethiopia, the former president of Kenya, Uhuru Kenyatta, and then Nigeria's former president of Nigeria, Obasanjo, and Ethiopia's former prime minister, Haile Mariam Desalegn. The three of them have been appointed by the African Union to lead this process. I mean, this is the right way to go. But now you are going out there and begging for the West to come and do you think that, I mean, from your experience for the past 6 decades, that, the West will just come and make peace in DRC? I mean, keeping DRC in a constant, conflict, an ongoing conflict in DRC is what benefits the West or those who are using the minerals. Now, everybody, there's China there. There's also the Lobito corridor already, US from, to take these minerals from DRC to Zambia and then to Angola where they ship it. I mean, there's all this thing. Now, on top of it, again, you are offering what? So this is really sad and just shows you how stupid our heads of states are. I mean, as if they have no option except to conform, to the demand of the West. In fact, the other day, the European Union have gathered, I mean, they have been giving this lip service ever since this new conflict, after the M23 took over Eastern DRC, they have been condemning Rwanda and M23. But the real matter is that when it comes to sanctioning Rwanda, I'm not saying sanction Rwanda this and that, but just to show you how they are double standard, it was just last week they have gathered their foreign ministers to talk about sanctioning Rwanda. Guess what? The meeting was ended without reaching any consensus, because most of them, they are benefiting from what they are buying, this, whether you call them smuggled, looted minerals from Rwanda. So they did not agree to sanction Rwanda. Now you want them to offer them perhaps maybe in the same price to the West, to the US and Europe. So this is really, really sad. At the end, again, it's our people that are suffering. It's not Tshisekedi or his family, or for that matter, the government officials. At the end of the day, it's just the people. Everybody is, it can be Rwanda, M23, anyone. It's including the African Union, who are not taking a serious measure against this. Everybody's an accomplice for the suffering of DRC for the past 6 decades and still going on. And this shows that now for New York Times and now the Guardian to come out with these headlines, let me show you what an insult. Congo offers US, Europe minerals in exchange for peace. You cannot keep your peace. You cannot turn your head, your face to your neighbors. You cannot talk to your neighbors, your regional bloc where you belong to. You cannot talk to the African unions. You cannot ask for the African solution to African problems. Where are all these things? It's just thrown out of the window. Anyway, Spam, let us know in the comment section, what do you think of this move by the DRC President Felix Tshisekedi? Hello, Mariati Anate. Thank you. Mariati Anate is a sister who continuously contributes to the input, putting an input to what we bring you here, actually sometimes guiding us and suggesting also topics, what's going on. So thank you for all your support. Mamale, Ramsedi, all of you, thank you very much. And let us know in the comment section, and I will see you on the next one. We have in half an hour, myself and Kwame will be here to talk about the election in Germany and how that's going to affect, in general, what's going on in Europe and the US, all aligned to the right wing, and how that affects us. So please tune in again, and it's a bye-bye for me for now. Ciao.